Hi everybody, this is FF243 Digital Flats and Specs. Today we're going to be doing a woven strappy dress with ruffles and sequins and pockets, and I'll be showing you exactly how to measure this, and you'll be using your woven strappy tech pack that I gave you. These measurements may or may not be in the tech pack, but you're going to have to add them in there. So for the high point shoulder, let's start with that one. We're going to take and go from the high point shoulder of the strap, flat, down to the very bottom of the dress into the ruffle, and it's 29 inches. So you're going to just measure straight down this for the high point shoulder front. 1 inch below armhole, so we're going to come over here, again, put 1 inch. And you want to make sure that this is ruffle sticking out here. You don't want to start from there. You want to start from the edge where the seam is and go down 1 inch. Okay. Same with the other side. Because again, the ruffle could be any size of a ruffle, so you don't want to start at that point. You want to start at the widest point. Again, flatten this out because we do have a lining in here. Not necessarily stretching it, but you're just pulling it flat here. It is 17.5 inches, and because it's woven, you're going to double it. So 35 inches for the bust. Okay. First, we need the waist position. So we're going to start at the very top of the arch here in the dress, and we're going to go to the waist. The waist is actually where the stitching is right here. So we'll start at the stitching and go to the highest point here. And we're not going to include the ruffle. Just right at the seam is 6 3/4 inches. Now we're going to do the waist. It's actually umpire waist. So we're just going to measure and forget that it has elastic and it's gathered up. You're just measuring it flat because we're going to indicate there's elastic there, which they're going to have to add into. Right here it's 15 inches, so double it, 30 inches for the waist. Because there is no like hip and things like this, and because it's gathered here, which we're going to indicate with the width at the bottom, okay? So we're going to measure the sweep, but we're going to measure this sweep at the seam of the ruffle, of the actual dress, okay? Because the ruffle is extended on it. So this is actually the sweep right here. So you want to actually, next to sweep, put sweep at ruffle, okay? So add at ruffle to the sweep. Now you're going to measure just straight across, flattening it out here as we go along to the other side. And it's 22, double it, 44 inches. Okay? So that's actually your sweep. So when you're drying it, you have to make sure that you put the gathering in here, like this. This way it indicates that they have to put a lot of gathering here, so they'll probably make this as a single block of fabric in order to get the gathering in there, and then in that case the hip is going to be a good width and everything. You don't have to worry about it. Okay? Center front height, you can add that into the tech pack. So we can go right here at the center front of the stitching to right above the sequins just before the ruffle starts. It's 5 5/8 of an inch wide. Okay, so this way they'll have a dip here and they'll know what it should be. We have to put armhole. Now if you notice, see how the front has like armhole curve right here, but in the back it's straight across. Okay, there is no armhole curve. So you're going to indicate in the yellow part, you're going to add armhole curve front. Okay, you do front armhole curve, and you're going to measure from the side seam, following the curve all the way to the point is 5.5 inches. Okay, but you want to just say front armhole curve. On the back, and you're not going to have this part in the front. The back is different. The back goes straight across. So remember that when you're actually sketching this, you're not going to see this part of the garment. You're only sketching this part down. Remember, you don't show anything from the front when you're sketching. So you're actually only going to see from here to here. Okay. You can actually just do the strap from here to the high point shoulder. So you won't be showing anything. The strap will just come up to here. That's how I want you to draw it. Everything else has to go on the front of the tech pack on the sketch page, because all the actual measurements are done. That would go inside the tech pack that needs to be graded. So now everything will be on the sketch page. So the details on the sketch page that I'm going to want you to do is I'm going to want you to do this front pocket on the front side of the garment, a blown up detail, and then on the back you're going to do this strap detail, which will be underneath the back over here. So let's start with the front, all the things that you need to put on there that's not in the tech pack. First of all, you're going to have to indicate the width of the ruffles. So the ruffle that is on the front going around here, all the way over here, is, let's see, 3/8 of an inch wide. So this ruffle in here, you're going to put 3/8 of an inch wide, and it's all pearl marrow. So again, on the top of the tech pack on this one, you can put all ruffles pearl marrow. That way you don't have to point to every single thing, because all the ruffles have pearl marrow, and you also have to draw it with the pearl marrow. Now the ruffle is only 1/4 inch, so you're going to put over here arrow and say 1/4 inch ruffle. The ruffle width down here at the bottom, from the very bottom to the very top, is 3 3/8 of an inch wide. We need to indicate there's elastic in the waist. Okay, so this is actually 1/4 inch elastic inside, so you're going to have an arrow saying 1/4 inch times, and then we're going to give him the measurement again of 14.5. Double is 29 inches, so you're going to do 1/4 inch times 29 inch elastic. Okay, that's what you want it to finish. They know that it has to measure out further. And again, make sure you have all the gatherings here and everything. Okay, we have to put where the actual pocket is located measurement-wise. Okay, so we're going to first give this measurement from the top of the ruffle at the bottom to the edge of the actual pocket placement is 1 3/4 of an inch, so arrow 1 3/4 of an inch. Then we want to come up here to the top, the very top of the pocket over to the side seam. So we'll go from the very top of the pocket to side seam is actually 2 5/8 of an inch. So from here to side in 2 5/8 of an inch. Okay, you want to put in here that dress is fully lined. That way you see the lining underneath, they know that they have to make a lining for this dress. So just indicate fully lined dress. Okay, again, you want to make sure that you indicate where the lining stops. The lining can't go all the way to the bottom because it'll stick out and hang out and look bad. It always is less than the body. And in this case, we can see right through it from the edge down. It is 1 5/8 of an inch shorter than the body. So indicate down here at the bottom of the dress that lining is 1 5/8 inch shorter than body. Okay. Now we also have to indicate on this dress, because there are 2 different patterns that we're using. We need A and B on everything. So the main body, whatever the fabric that you use the most, that you see the most, is the A fabric. And then as you go down to least amount is A, B, C, D, so on and so forth. So the main body right here, this large floral, right here, brown and the blue floral, is going to be A. So you just indicate with the large A here, that, so you know that that is A. A here in the pockets. Okay, and then the rest of it's going to be B. So the top of the pocket is B, the ruffle's B, this ruffle is B. Okay, this ruffle is not B, it's part of A because it's the same fabric going up and making a ruffle. Okay, so make sure that you don't make that a B. Only this here is a B, the strap is a B, top of the pocket B, and this is a B. Okay. Also notice that there's sequins. I want a sequin put there, and I want you to indicate sequins over here with the arrow, sequins. Okay. And also from here, the top point to the top point is sequins. It doesn't go all the way around the armhole. It only goes from there to there. Okay. And indicate sequins. So let's do the pocket. Length of the pocket is 4 1/2 inches. The width of the pocket is 4 1/4 inches. and the top part of the pocket from the middle of the sequins up to the edge is 1 3/8 of an inch. Okay, now just notice the shape of this pocket. Be really careful. Notice that it just curves just a little bit. Like if you went straight down here to make like a square, it only comes in a little bit, okay? Also note that right here, there is a back stitch like triangle here. This you have to put there. Again, the reason they do this is when you put your hands in the pockets, that it's like a bar tack situation, that it won't tear the fabric. If you just stitch it straight up like this, you put your hand in the pocket, the whole pocket would rip the whole fabric away, and especially because this is like a chiffon georgette, it would be awful. So you have to indicate this like triangle stitching here. And it's edge stitched all around, not 1/4 inch top stitch, edge stitch. You have to indicate edge stitch on this also. Okay. The top of the ruffle here, we have to also give how much that is showing from this stitch, and that is 3/8 of an inch. So 3/8 of an inch topper of this ruffle. Okay, you have to indicate that. The gathering of the ruffles are, you can put also where you put the all ruffles are pearl marrowed, and you can put all ruffles are pearl marrowed and 2 to 1. Let's go to the back. Now the back, just remember that the back is straight across. Notice how the front is a different shape, the back is straight across. You want to give a measurement from the seam here to just where the seam of the ruffle is, 3.5 inches right here in the center back. That way they know how wide to make this back piece, 3.5 inches. Okay? All the other information is the same as the front. You don't have to repeat that. But the thing you do have to put, make sure you put the only on the back, not on the front, because this is a back seam, is you got to put this edge stitch going down the side seam right here, both here and on the other side. Now the reason they put this is because it is chiffon georgette, and if you don't have this extra, it's sort of like a bar tack situation that's put in there. This, you know, when you're wearing it sitting down and everything, it's not going to pull apart and unravel your seams. Now the other detail I want you to put down here is the strap detail. Okay, I just need a long strap that you're going to just go from here up. As a strap is fine, and I need you to give measurements. Okay, we need to do the strap width, which is 3/8 of an inch wide, so 3/8 of an inch wide. Now we also have to put the different hardware on it. So this measurement from the seam up is 1 inch, and then from here up we always put 3 to 3.5 inches. Okay. So I'll put 3 inches. Okay, 3-inch adjustable. So you need to also indicate here, this is 3-inch adjustable. So you always make sure that before you measure a strap, that you have this 3-inch adjustable right in here. That's extra. So you're actually measuring with the adjustable in there, the length of the strap, which would be from edge to edge. Okay, to seam, which this is 10 3/4 of an inch. Okay, and so you have this extra adjustable here, so that actually makes it longer, but you've already indicated you have the 3-inch adjustable, so they add that in there. Okay, now I want you to make sure that this is a O hardware, so you want to indicate this is O hardware, and this is adjustable strap hardware. Okay, and that's like a little rectangle type of look. So you want to make sure you draw it like that so that they know that it is adjustable situation. Okay, and basically that's it for the strappy dress. Any questions? Let me know.